An early childhood group says some parents are opting not to send their kids to daycare because of escalating costs.
Fees have started rising again since last week's budget because the funding boost centres received only meets half the cost of inflation. And as Yannicka Turellen reports, the government is about to announce a major review into the sector.
Marlena Bunnage and her husband both work full-time, but thankfully their 2-year-old daughter loves her local daycare.
When we pull up in the car, she says, "Yay, I'm home."
Affording it, though, is no joke because they've just been hit with a $50 a week hike to their childcare bill, and Marlena has to find the money elsewhere.
Yeah, I would say it would come out of our food.
The centre was heartbroken to tell the family, but said it had no choice.
But it was a matter of either increasing the fees or the centre may have to face closure.
Part of the problem is that early childcare centres were only given a 2% funding increase in the budget. But with inflation running at 4%, they say that amounts to a funding cut.
I would characterise it as a broken promise. They made lots of discussion about they were going to increase funding and they were going to do things, and they haven't.
Associate Education Minister David Seymour says he empathises and is promising a review he argues should reduce cost for everyone.
The Ministry for Regulation will announce tomorrow that the first sector review is kicking off. They're going on a search and destroy mission through the centres to find rules that don't stack up.
Pointless red tape, he says, puts too much cost on centres.
Was told it needed a safety plan for the apple tree in case an apple fell on a child's head. You wouldn't get Isaac Newton discovering gravity at a place like that.
That review should take 6 months, with policy change expected in a year or so. Though centres say the cost increases starting now will get worse in the meantime.
Quite often people are choosing now to stay home instead of enrolling their children in childcare.
The government's new family boost will subsidise childcare for those on lower incomes, though Marlena's household earns too much to qualify. She's given up trying to save for a rainy day. The goal now is to pay for both childcare and food.
Kia ora, Yannicka. So how widespread are these increases for people right now?
It's really, really widespread. I put the call out at online parent groups this morning for people to talk to me about this issue. I've never had such a big response from anything. People just champing at the bit, my phone pinging all day with stories of these increases. At the lower end, it's about $20 a week increases. At the upper end, the worst one I heard was an $80 a week increase. That's for one child. And many people told me that their centres had been waiting to see what was in the budget and then trying to figure out from there what they could actually afford to offer parents. And one woman told me that she has a really, really difficult decision to make now. With 2 children in daycare and a $40 a week increase, she is now only $1 a week better off than if she didn't work at all.
Gosh, that's incredible, isn't it? Yannicka, thank you so much.